Join me right now, back on the show, is UFC bantamweight up-and-comer, Julia Avila. What's going on, Julia?
Hey, just finished working out and we're headed home. So you got me en route.
Great, great. Now, um, I see that you are a big supporter of women in the MMA community. It's a small community. How important is it for you to keep such a positive attitude towards your opponents, especially when there's so much trash talk going on, and that's becoming prevalent these days?
Yeah, well, first off, thank you for acknowledging that. I think it's really important for women to support other women, especially when it is such a small community. Um, you know, we only have to fight each other. We don't have to dislike each other. And to a lot of my opponents, or even people in my weight class, I go, hey, hopefully one day I get to fight you because I only want to fight the best. And I have a lot of respect for my opponents because they get to see the best side of me. They get to see another side of me that no one else will ever get to experience. So I do offer a lot of respect to them, and I expect nothing but the same reciprocated. So I think it's very important to uphold one another, but still beat the hell out of each other.
Now, speaking of fighting the best, in your promotional debut at UFC 239, you did fight one of the best fighters that were outside of the UFC, Pani. You got a great victory over her. It was very impressive. But if you could critique anything about the performance you had, what would that be?
Um, I wish I would have been a little bit more aggressive. I know that everyone who got a submission got a bonus, so that would have been nice. But I really, my goal for them to showcase what I'm capable of. And, we on the cage, we worked out on the floor, we got on the ground. I really got to show that I'm a well-rounded fighter and I can go the distance. And you're right, she is one of the top in the world. She's an amazing striker, really on point, and she landed a couple really good blows. And I'm just honored to be step in the cage with her first off, but to have a win over her is just kind of makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah, building your confidence, building the resume. You beat
Yeah.
her. What were your expectations for a future opponent? Because Penny is a good name that, on your resume.
Well, I don't. I don't really have any expectations right now. I know I'm still kind of a rookie. I don't even have 10 pro fights under my belt. But with that being said, I've beat Marion Renault, Nico Montano, so I do have some big names on my record already. It's just I feel that I need to earn my way within the UFC and start from the bottom, work my way up.
With that said, though, a lot of people, they're really high on you, Even myself, I've been watching you fight for a while, so I understand the skill set you bring and the attitude you bring to the cage. And people believe that you're a real threat to the top 10. When you hear that, what is your reaction to having people, having so much confidence in you?
That's a little overwhelming. I am humbled and I'm thankful. I know that I have room to grow, but I also know that I am a threat to the top 10. I do believe in that, and great, I'm grateful that other people acknowledge that too. So yeah, you'll see me in one of these days. Hopefully in 2020, by the end of the year, I'll earn a title shot, if not the title.
Your next stop is Singapore. Is that a location you ever wanted to visit?
Well, I've always wanted to tour Asia and just tour the world. I've never fought overseas. This is new to me, so it's going to be an experience. I'm a little nervous, but I'm willing to take on the challenge, and I'm just willing to, or I'm ready to gain fans and friends all across the world. So I'm really excited for that and for Panda Nation to go Panda Global.
Yeah. Now I know, you just mentioned that you're a little nervous about going overseas, but you always have your husband with you, and I know he's important with, in your career. How important is it to have someone like that next to you all the time to kind of, that support system?
So not only is he my husband and my best friend, but he's also my coach and one of my best critiques. He knows obviously he knows my body inside and out, but he can help me with my cut, my lifting. He knows when I need that push, and he knows when I need a break. So it's really important for me to have him by my side, and to have my coaches, Janie Meadows and Seth Norman. Um, they're like the white version of us. So there, or the blonde version of us, I guess that would be a little bit more PC. But
Sure.
yeah, I'm just really excited, and it's very important for me to have the right people in my corner.
You're facing Karol Rosa. She debuted last August at UFC Shenzhen in China. Did you check out her fight, and what did you think of the performance she had in her debut?
She's a very articulate fighter. She's she has great stand up, but I also know that she recently got her black belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. So, that's something I need to be aware of if and when it does go to the ground. I'm really excited. This is her fourth fight this year, I think,
Mm.
third or fourth fight,
Yeah.
and so kind of hoping she's a little tired. We'll see. No, I'm excited. She has a great record, so I think it'll be just another really good win for me.
Yeah, definitely. She also does have some, big wins outside the UFC against pretty good competition. You're always training, but what are the little changes you make when you find out that you do have a fight? You put pen to paper, you get that contract signed.
I don't really change anything. My training regimen is very well rounded. I train a lot of stand up, and I train a lot of groundwork, and I mix a lot of it together. My weightlifting, I'm always lifting and conditioning because it's just what I like to do. Um, I mean, the only difference between being in camp and being out of camp is that I like to have a beer after training when I'm not in camp. So, yeah, there's really not much difference.
I see that Trifecta is helping you out with your meals. How much of a change is that for you?
It's huge. I've always had to do focus on meals and food and meal prep all on my own, and with the help of my husband, of course. And it just takes a weight off my shoulders, and I'm just really excited to not have to worry about it.
Do you feel? Does it taste good? That's what I want to know.
Heck yeah, it does. Dude, I am a foodie. Let me tell you, I really, really enjoy my food, and I'm not picky, but I do have a little bit of dietary restrictions. So the fact that they can like work around that and make it taste amazing just really blows my mind, and I'm excited to eat it, but I can't eat all of it all at once. So I'm kind of like, ooh, I just want to have more.
You said you expect to be, in the title contention in 2020. What is the path you want to take to get there?
Um, well, hopefully, I don't want it to be rushed, because I don't want it to be something that I'll fail. I want to have the right wins, and I want to have uh, uh, the right plan, and then get there. Hopefully, by the time when that title fight comes around, I can put on a good show for everyone.
I'm pretty sure you have your eye on the division. UFC 245 is coming up in a couple months. Amanda Nunes is defending the title versus GDR. What is your breakdown of that fight, and who do you think, goes in there with the most advantages?
Well, I honestly, I think Amanda has a little bit more of an advantage. She is also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and seen her on the ground in the UFC. At least lately, she's been a knockout artist, and so I know that Jermaine, she's not easily knocked out. So hopefully it goes to the ground, and I'd like to see the development there on both sides, and hopefully it goes more than 2 rounds, just for the
All right,
fans and for
definitely.
studying purposes for me.
Yeah, yeah. One last thing before I let you go. There's many different types of competitors in mixed martial arts. At this point in your career, would you consider yourself more of a martial artist or a prize fighter?
Um, I'm more of a martial artist. I do appreciate and I'm constantly learning. I'm not. I mean, I guess it depends. What do you define a prize fighter?
A person that fights for money.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely don't do that. I'd be doing this for free. It's just in my nature, you know. I don't train because it for money. It's nice that I get paid, but I have a full-time job. I'm good. I don't need to do this for money. Uh, Definitely a martial artist.
All right, well, we get to see you do your martial arts thing on October 26th, UFC on ESPN Plus 20 in Singapore. Thank you, Julia, for the time. I appreciate it. Good luck on the fight and your future.
Thank you so much. Have fun.